Both litter and homelessness are big issues themselves, but there can be a tie between the two. Our Nixon Norman tells us more about one local group who's working to keep Huntsville clean.
Generally, when you camp, any one of us would camp in the woods. We go to the woods, we set up camp, we put our tent up, we do our thing, wake up in the morning, clean up our camp and leave. No litter, nothing. So the longer you live at a place, the more things you accumulate. So basically, the accumulation of goods and the donations that flood into the homeless community are part of the problem because no one is there collecting the waste. There is no end cycle to the waste. It's just like things get dumped into the environment and it stays there. Homeless people get evicted from their camp stays there, and all their stuff just stays there.
Last week, MERTH and Model Environment came together to clean up a garbage patch and waterway. This fringe litter not only pollutes wooded areas, but also finds its way into waterways. Spagnola combats this issue by cleaning it up, but they have other solutions in mind too.
My main objective as the founder of MERTH is to basically consult with the city and work with the city in trying to clean up the waterways, monitor homeless activity, and monitor points of influx of litter. And you know, there's a lot of these parking lot drains that could use litter traps. And there's a lot of these businesses that could use more strict environmental compliance surrounding their dumpsters and their parking lot maintenance. So it's these issues that need to be addressed now.
And to get it all done, MERTH needs volunteers. So if you are interested in keeping Huntsville clean and want to do your part, visit RocketCityNow.com for more information on how to get involved. Putting the Valley first, Nixon Norman, WZDX News.